This one's kind of amusing because I have the adult content quote unquote turned off, so every time it shows up, it just has a random picture just flashing for no reason. Like one of them was a chicken, like just a baked chicken flashing, and the other one was a mouse holding up a sign right in front of a pumpkin. I just didn't understand what was going on. One, because it was in Japanese. Two, like just like what do these pictures have to do with anything? It has nothing to do with the story.
Well, the chicken, I mean, you
You
know.
can shove your dick in it. But the mouse.
I
Sorry.
mean, I've heard
Sorry.
the I've
Okay.
heard the expression "hung like a mouse" before, but
That's not what I was going for. Shove your dick in.
I became more and more afraid that we wouldn't leave the darkness in the mine. You couldn't really rely too much on just the lighting. However, we reached the hole that led up to the catacombs quite fast. It seems that I memorized the route after all. I wonder how. We struggled to get up and
Dude, so do
scrambling
I.
over the rocks, almost blindly.
I also wonder. Okay, where are we going now?
Asked Eliza, getting her breath back.
What do you mean? We're going to that room with the bunks and cabinets. You can bunk with me, uugh.
Ooh, ooh.
I'm tired, uugh. Which way is that?
I opened my mouth to reply, but suddenly realized that I hadn't the slightest idea. The hole looked the same from all sides. Just like the walls, the floor, and the ceiling. We had not a single hint to indicate the right direction.
Well,
One direction.
don't you know?
Eliza asked sadly and sat on the ground.
No.
I replied quietly, but put out the torch to reserve it and sat next to her.
Are we going to die here?
She rested her head upon my shoulder. Eliza's voice sounded flat, one might even say calm, but I could feel that her whole body was trembling, either with cold or with fear or with both combined.
Don't be silly. Sure, things are getting worse, but they're still plenty far from we're gonna die. They'll come and rescue us in the morning. Olga Dmitrievna will call the police, so... I would love to believe that myself. I see. Yeah.
I lost track of time sitting there. I was afraid to go forward or backward. I was afraid to make a choice, as our torch definitely wouldn't last both ways. Wandering in total darkness without any source of light was definitely worse than waiting for the rescue here. This way, at least, we would have some left for an emergency. Suddenly, a rumbling started echoing in the distance.
Well, here's that emergency.
That was definitely the clank of door bolts mixed in that rumble.
Get up.
I harshly pulled Eliza to her feet and lit the torch with shaking hands.
What is it?
She asked in dismay.
I don't know, but it seems there's someone. We have to run.
To be honest, I wasn't sure that was such a good idea.
What if the mad shriek is there? And in fact, that's the least of all the evils I can imagine.
But we had no choice left. Stones scattered beneath our feet. I desperately tried not to fall down, holding my hand with the torch in front and dragging Eliza with the other. She ran along in silence, breathing heavily. I really wanted to look back at her, but just didn't have the strength or time. Finally, the outline of the door appeared before us, and I leaped into the bomb shelter, readying myself to fight any foe that was there. But the room was empty. I swept my eyes across the room, trying hard to spot hidden monsters, shriek, or any evil entity, but it was all exactly the same as was the first time we'd been here. Except for the door. The second door. It was open.
Somebody's passed through here.
I spoke up triumphantly.
Who? Don't know. Maybe it was Sharik? But how did he manage to open it? Who the hell cares? Come on.
There was another corridor behind that door, and it was ascending slowly. I'm a rapper.
So, we're getting close to the surface. Parappa the rapper ain't no rapper better than Strapper.
Strapper.
But stripper strapper better rapper.
Hickory dickory. I was right. After several hundred feet, I stumbled upon a ladder leading to a small hatch in the ceiling. Didn't take much effort to open it.
What's up there? Who cares? It's better than staying down here anyway.
Oh. Wow. I climbed the ladder and found myself surrounded by gloom.
Didn't the first one, or the last time, open up to like
Genda.
sewer grate in the, yeah.
This one's just the place we went in with Lena.
Yep.
However, this gloom was definitely lighter than the darkness of the catacombs. As my eyes got more used to it, the outlines of the walls, the ladder, and the ceiling, and the door leading to the outside were emerging in the pale moonlight. I helped Liza to climb up, and we literally sprang out of the building. The exit from the catacombs was located in some sort of ruined building that resembled either a nursery or a country school.
It must be the old camp.
Liza sat on one of the swings and wiped the sweat from her forehead with the back of her hand.
I see. So, we found it after all.
I smiled involuntarily.
What are you laughing at?
She frowned and pouted with displeasure. To put it shortly, she returned to her usual self.
So, it's not so scary here anymore? I wasn't scared there either. Oh, come on. That's right, I wasn't. Ah, whatever.
I was angry.
I really felt hurt because of Eliza. If not for me, she would have been still down there, in that damn mine. Where are you going?
She asked in a less self-assured voice as I turned around and walked slowly towards the camp.
Back to the camp. Hey,
My eyes are up here.
my eyes aligned.
Hey, finally they fixed.
Wow.
Oh, fudge. Eliza jumped up right away and started to walk next to me. Fudge! For a moment, I wanted to say something nasty, but I wasn't ready to start the argument. We found the path we'd taken before surprisingly fast, even the 2 holes we'd fallen into. It was only about 200 meters from the old camp. I stopped at the square and turned to Eliza.
Well.
She looked uncertain, even confused.
Then. Sure.
Deep inside, I wanted to yell at her, to scold her, even to insult her. On the other hand, I wanted to give her a meaningful conversation. In the end, I just kept silent, turned around, and slowly headed towards the leader's cabin. But something persistently disturbed the quiet of the night. I keenly listened to it and realized that it was the snoring, of Sharik, who was sleeping peacefully on a bench.
Hey,
I called Eliza, who hadn't walked too far away.
get up, you.
Sharik slowly came to his senses and stared at us blankly. Oh, is it morning already?
Morning? Yeah, sure.
Sometimes one acts first, thinks later. Of course, it all starts in the brain. Then the current comes through the neural links, thereby transmitting the command to the body.
Nerd. Sorry. What?
Flippin', you're a big jerk.
What? I just called him nerd. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm an anatomy major, so...
Okay, is that accurate then?
Not really, but, it's fine.
Okay.
But sometimes the subconsciousness...
Good for my Russian, but also Japanese visual novel.
It was close enough, but there's a lot more to it. But sometimes the subconsciousness just works faster than the consciousness. That's exactly why my fist swung and smacked Sharik in the guts, and it was only then that I realized what I'd done. He coughed, trying to catch his breath, and writhed in pain on the bench.
What the hell was that all about?
I already felt bad about it. I shouldn't have treated him so rough. What are you talking about? Shriek looked at me in shock.
In the mine.
What mine? He turned his head, completely confused. And why am I here? And why are you here?
Stop fooling around.
Eliza barged into the conversation.
You nearly killed me there, and now you're gonna pretend like nothing happened?
What happened?
You really don't remember.
Not a thing.
Okay, so what is the last thing you do remember?
Shriek tried to concentrate. Well, I was on my way to the old camp in the morning. I knew I could find some hardware for the robot there, so...
So?
That's all. I don't recall anything since then. Then I just woke up here. I let out a heavy sigh as I turned away.
Well, go ahead. Sweet dreams. Hey, where are you?
I ignored Eliza and stumbled away to Olga Dmitrievna's cabin. She stayed, arguing with Sharik. I looked up for some reason. I sat in the deck chair and looked up at the stars. This night, they seem to be brighter than usual. They twinkle. Perhaps they seem so because too long ago, my only source of light was a dim flashlight. It's so kawaii. And then that torch.
Animation.
So much better than that other game.
Just takes a puff.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like for us the first time.
Yeah.
The stars.
Did it sound like me absorbing the universe? Because
Well,
it's that loud.
It sounded like static.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Won't come across.
I should have lied. The stars are brighter than a flashlight, and obviously a torch. Most of the stars, I guess, are even brighter than the sun, but they're so far away.
So, why have you come?
I asked without even turning my head. Eliza's footsteps could be heard well in advance in the silence of the night.
Well, What did Sharik say? He said that he doesn't remember anything. That it's unscientific and nonsense like that. I think he really doesn't remember because of shock and stress. Who am I to say? I was in the same boat not too long ago. Am I still in it though? Do I have amnesia? Well then, why did you come here?
Then again, I guess I knew the answer. That's exactly why I hadn't gone to sleep, but waited for her here.
Well,
Eliza sat down next to me, even though I was in the only chair, but that's fine.
She just sat on the ground.
She just sat on her lap.
Ooh. Kind of wanted to thank you for, after all, down there. You know. No problem.
I said gently and leaned back.
Well, alright then.
She got up and was going to go.
If you think that I'm angry with you, I'm not. Everything's okay. I didn't actually think that.
Eliza got worked up.
Fine then. Okay. Yeah. Then. Just go already.
I said kindly and waved. That didn't sound kind. And waved
Just
my
go.
hand.
I don't know how to say just go already.
Just get out of here, you scamp.
Just go already. I'll go when I want to. So now you don't want to. I want to. Well, is something preventing you from going? Moron.
Eliza stamped her foot and quickly walked away from the leader's cabin. I took a deep breath and stood up. My head was terribly dizzy from fatigue.
Well, at least Olga Dmitrievna is sleeping already, and I won't have to explain anything.
However, it wasn't that easy. The camp leader was standing in the middle of the room and jump-scared me.
She was waiting there for 3 hours at stance.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Just in that exact position.
She was
You guys want
practicing
me
with
to
that
take-
poster on the side.
You want me to take my usual line of hers then?
Yeah, sure. I was obviously preparing for a lengthy conversation. Or rather, for a debriefing.
Would you care to explain? Oh god, I don't remember her voice.
Just do it.
I think it was deeper.
It was just your normal voice.
Oh, right. Slavia was my not so feminine female voice.
What's the matter? In fact, you didn't mind when we were going to search for Sharik.
And what, have you found him?
It looks like she was more concerned about me coming back late than the fate of the lost pioneer.
Yes, we have. By the way, why are you standing here in the darkness?
What?
I said, why in the darkness?
Because it's time to sleep.
I couldn't agree with her more, although I was slightly surprised by such an abrupt mood swing. Okay. I just barely stumbled to the bed and died.
But still, Eliza. Eliza.
I just didn't know what I should think of her. It wasn't because she'd been acting strange recently. No, on the contrary, all of her behavior was quite consistent and understandable. Even her returning to thank me. I thought of Eliza much more than anything else that had happened tonight. Although, if you get down to it, there was nothing supernatural about it. Uncomfortable, sure. Frightening, even spine-chilling, yeah. Something related to my arrival here, hardly. These thoughts put me to sleep. They were boring.
I think you can skip. That's the one from.
Day 5.
Did we not have a dream?
Why do we need a dream?
I swear we had a dream about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I ran. Ran with the last of our strength. Like those who run for their precious lives. Like a doomed person, knowing that there is no hope to save his life, will still fight with the inevitable and his own fate. I barely managed to close the heavy metal doors behind me.
Yeah, we've experienced this, and
Oh, yeah, water.
Oh,
Ooh.
tatas.
Oh, censored.
Gibba I don't remember.
There's a bomb and then there's tatas in my face, and now I'm looking at a map.
this is after running away bare naked where we wanted to go when we had cut up feet. We were either hungry or we like wanted to go to the infirmary to get ourselves fixed up, or I don't remember what the reason he wanted to go to the clubhouse was.
Let's do the kitchen because I don't want to do my nurse voice.
Do you not have the guide to tell us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Eliza, kind of trying to tap that,
We need precision in our decision. Precision
Dude,
decision.
you're actually Rapapa the Rappa.
I'm a wordsmith. I mean, it doesn't even say a place. It just says pick the option, go with Slavia. That's just what it says.
Okay.
So, and thanks to the girls' help.
Oh, that's the strawberry thing.
Uh-oh.
So this option doesn't matter for the Eliza.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, considering
kitchen.
Henry doesn't want to do the infirmary voice, but I happen to know what happens at all three of them, I don't care.
Henry?
Kitchen. Go to the kitchen.
I always took good care of my health, and even better care at the moments when I couldn't bear it anymore. And now I was able to walk and my feet weren't even hurting much.
So I think we went to the kitchen last time, so we can skip this.
I don't think we did. No, we didn't. So my feet will heal up eventually, while hunger drives the wolf from the wood.
I know we didn't go to the infirmary last.
Surely the pioneers didn't finish up everything. At least a couple of sausages, eggs, or in the worst case, a few pieces of bread should be left.
It was so deserted and quiet around the canteen that I even hesitated for a second. Isn't it here where every pioneer seeks his happiness 3 times a day, and some even more often? Isn't it an oasis of this heated summer desert? Isn't it a secret chemical lab studying how types of meals unknown to science affect immature teenage bodies?
The subtle quiet. Roast of the Russian fire.
Now this building looked more like a bastion abandoned by its defenders, a kind of La Rochelle left by the Huguenots.
I can't get over it. It's just Chris reading dialogues just subtly underneath with their Henry quiet voice, just disapproving of all their life habits.
He's one to talk.
I know, seriously.
Wow.
This guy who eats food during our calls.
Get judged.
I'm not a badass though.
Just get in and the ghosts of warriors who accepted a heroic death here will surround you. The canteen looked the way it always did, though. It was just completely empty, except for Miku, who was cleaning a table. Seeing that, I quickly turned around and tried to sneakily escape, but didn't manage to make it. I don't... Who is Miku?
No, wait, hold on. I got this.
Come on, Brian did a really high-pitched voice. What the heck?
I don't want to do a high pitch. I'm gonna do my own thing. Alright, tell me if this is good or not.
No.
Hi, Semyon. Did you come here to eat? You missed breakfast, didn't you? I mean, it's just my normal voice. Except except I'm highlighting. No worries. Is that fine?
I don't know why, but it kind of reminded me of something. I don't know where it came from, but it's like the "Hey guys" voice.
I mean, it's just a teenage girl who talks quickly.
Yeah.
That voice good?
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about.
Do what you want.
Alright, let's do that. Hi, Semyon. Did you come here to eat? You missed breakfast, didn't you? I mean, I didn't see you. You could have been there, but I didn't see you. It's good that you came anyway. Hi. Well, yeah. I just came, wondering if there's anything left, maybe? There's nothing left. You need to wait for lunch. You won't help me, by the way. I'm cleaning up here. What for? What do you mean?
She puffed her lips and seemed offended.
Somebody has to clean up. We do it in turns. You'll have to wait your turn as well. Thanks, but no. Okay, got it.
I was gonna leave, but Miku still couldn't stop.
So will you help me? I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think it matters.
I don't
It
know why
doesn't,
I
but I
agreed.
like your voice.
It happens often that you make a decision first and then wonder for quite a while why did you say what you said. You think again and again. Still can't figure out why on earth you did that. That's how I felt wiping the tables, one after another.
Oh.
What?
I was looking at Slavia's route. That ought to do it. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Fucking shit. I saw the Pioneer uniform, I was scrolled down, I didn't see the face.
You only look at women for their body, Henry?
No.
So, are we where?
We have to go back.
We're still fine.
This is
I
the
just,
Okay.
Miku route, but yeah.
You know, I came up with a new song. Want me to sing it? Not eager at all. No.
She started to think.
It'd be hard to sing and clean up at the same time. I'll sing it later then.
Miku gave me a disarming smile.
Yes, of course. It's so cool how you saved Sharik yesterday. The entire camp had been talking only about it since early this morning. I feel just like a hero. It was nothing much, really. No, really, I'm serious. I never doubt her. What's that? Into the old camp? You know the rumors about it? About a camp leader who shot herself? Before they said she hanged herself. And it's so scary in general. Yep, it probably is.
I tried to isolate myself from external stimuli and concentrate on the cleaning. It helped me finish sooner than I expected.
And now it's done. Thanks.
There was quite a bit of time until lunch, so I decided to go for a walk. I picked a random direction which could be explained by the single word, forward. In the end, I found myself at the square with Genda face-palming. This wasn't a surprise, as the monument of Genda appeared to be the central hub of this camp and a kind of kilometer zero. I sat on the bench and started to think.
4 days have passed and I haven't gotten even an inch closer to working out how I got here. What? I thought it was day 5.
It is.
Okay. It's true that quite a few strange things happened during this time, but almost every one of them can be explained logically after careful thinking. Every single one of them could have happened in normal life. Normal life. This term lost its original meaning to me here. Reactions to the environment, the actions and words of other people, or my own words. Indeed, none of this here is normal. In the past 4 days, my worldview has taken a series of painful punches to the stomach and uppercuts which led to it being, if not knocked out, then seriously knocked down. Sometimes I don't understand why I act one way or the other, or say some things. Actually, I do understand, but not straight away. Such afterthoughts, however, don't help me to act differently, more sanely, and appropriate to the situation at all. Moments of truth happening to me are becoming more and more rare. If only my wish during first day was getting out of here, then now my main concerns are where to find food, how to avoid line up in the morning, and what to say to Olga if Eliza complains about me. And those things are truly important to me. And day after day, daily fuss like this overshadows the thoughts in my head about how the world around me, together with this camp and these girls, are completely abnormal. But I can't do anything about myself, because I just forget. In the same way we breathe without thinking about it, I am joining in the everyday life of the local inhabitants more and more without realizing it. I'm steadily becoming an average pioneer.
Average indeed.
No! This is wrong.
I shouted loud and slapped my face a few times. Okay. All of a sudden, the bell sound, calling the pioneers for the lunch, came from the loudspeakers. What
For the
happened in that sentence?
Can I read it again?
Yeah, hold on.
For the lunch.
All of a sudden, the bell sound, calling the pioneers for the lunch, came from the loudspeakers.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, actually, no,
The bell sound calling the pioneers came from the loudspeaker.
yeah, it does make sense, actually.
Yeah, but it doesn't read well.
It doesn't read well, but it makes sense.
Logistical, I guess. Flip
It wasn't peer edited.
Flip in. Okay. What do you want, Henry?
Finally.
What's going on with you?
Cat. He almost knocked over a cup of water. That's I would have flown off. Duplex the cat or something.
I just hear cat whining in the back.
As I'm wrangling this tart out of my room.
You want another elbow drop?
That is it, bitch.
Just jump from your bed onto him.
That's it. Time for a drive to double happiness.
It's
Submission
over.
hold.
Just chokehold your cat.
You're going to that high school for disabled students.
I ran skipping along to the canteen, ever a good day of strangling cats, leaving my inspiring thoughts back to the square where they could sound interesting to Genda alone, and if he was alive, he would get to watch as I strangled my cats.
Not strangling him to kill him. Strangling him to teach him a lesson.
Ah, yes.
It's
No
okay,
neck over
Ivan.
water.
It's okay, Ivan the Terrible. No.
Thought his name was Henry.
I'll never be as successful.
That
That day started
Like
with.
killing cats or...
I mean, was this like flipping 1,000 years later and people still know? Pretty good. Hey, fuck you. Fuck
Nah,
your freaking.
I was trying to say we're good.
Oh, okay. She's just got
Well,
like
if you
meal
want-
legs. It's nice.
No, she's got makeshift legs, which, in all honesty, if I were like on the track team against her, I'd be kind of PO'd. I'd be like, well, she doesn't have legs that get tired. That's not fair.
You get tired a lot
No
more easily.
lactic acid to build up.
Like,
You,
what the crap? Like, I lost to a girl with metal legs.
you get lactic acid buildup when you run?
I don't know. I'm assuming, yeah.
I don't, because I'm just so buff.
Okay. Well, how about for us normal, not demigods? Do we get lactic buildup in their legs?
I mean, not much.
Okay.
It's usually respiratory is the reason you can't run for too long. Because your flippin' baby heart can't handle it. Actually, no, your smoker lungs can't handle it.
The main character